Today, I want to delve into a fundamental aspect of professional success. It's one that transcends industries and role. It's the art of persuasion and relationship building. In an ever-evolving landscape, the ability to effectively persuade others and to foster meaningful connections is not just a skill, it's an art form. It's a vital tool. It shapes careers, businesses, and frankly, the way we navigate the complexities of our professional lives. I'm Bob Bordone. I'm a senior fellow at Harvard Law School. I'm the founder and former director of Harvard Law School's Negotiation and Mediation clinical program, and I'm the founder and principal of the Cambridge Negotiation Institute. So, what exactly do I mean when I say the art of persuasion? And what in the world does that have to do with professional success? At its core, persuasion is about so much more than just convincing others to see your perspective.
Convince me.
In fact, persuasion has less to do with you and what you want, and more to do with understanding others' needs, motivations, and concerns. For example, a study by McKinsey & Company found that understanding the client's needs is the most critical factor in successful sales negotiations. Other research by Rackham and Carlisle on sales has shown that the most successful salespeople were those who spent most of their time listening to their customers' needs, not making their own sales pitch. More recent research has shown that high-quality listening actually reduces polarization in the workplace, in the home, and in communities. And research by my own colleague, Dr. Joelle Salinas, has shown that having a high-quality listener in your life actually improves your brain function, your mental health, and reduces your stress levels. Perspective taking, listening, and empathy are the most critical skills to persuasion, to influence, to negotiation. Now, one common objection I often get when I mention the importance of being persuasive is that people feel like they don't want to be manipulative. And I get it. Let me tell you, I would not do the work I do if I felt that manipulation was the best or frankly, even a good practice for persuasion. It simply is not. Understanding the difference between persuasion and manipulation is crucial in the context of professional success. And the truth is, you can persuade, you can influence others, and be true to the values of honesty, integrity, empathy, inclusion, and kindness.
It's a secret recipe.
Persuasion involves influencing others through deep listening, targeted and tailored communication, and transparency. Persuasion operates on the premise of framing your perspective in a way that aligns with the concerns and interests of the counterparty, in a way that can elicit a yes from them because it is good for them and good for you. Conversely, manipulation often involves subtle tactics aimed at controlling or deceiving others to achieve your desired outcome. Manipulation distorts information, it deploys coercive tactics, and exploits leverage in ways that perhaps achieve your end in the short term, but only at the expense of hurting the relationship and, to be honest, losing and crushing your soul. So if you are looking for ways to use leverage, to bully, to manipulate, to distort to get your way, you could stop watching this right now, because that is not what this is about.
Stop right there.
But if you want to be persuasive, if you want to create value, if you want to build relationships, then stick with me here. The key distinction between manipulation and effective persuasion lies both in your intentions and in your approach.
What are your intentions?
Persuasion honors the autonomy of individuals. It offers them information and reasoning that allows them to make the kind of informed decision that's aligned with what matters to them and how they see and tell the story about the world. Persuasion achieves its goals by fostering trust and by promoting genuine understanding. On the other hand, manipulation tends to be self-serving. It disregards the autonomy and the well-being of the other, and it does so simply for personal gain or manipulative agendas.
The worst part of it is, you're only thinking about yourself.
One crucial factor distinguishing persuasion from manipulation is transparency. Persuasion relies on transparency. It presents information openly and honestly, allowing individuals to assess and make choices based on complete and accurate information. In contrast, manipulation often involves concealment or distortion of information, exploiting vulnerabilities or biases in order to achieve a desired outcome without the other side's full awareness or comprehension. Understanding this distinction is pivotal for professionals seeking to build meaningful relationships that last over time and that are based on fundamental trust. Effective persuasion cultivates collaboration and it builds mutual understanding. So, what are the key components of effective persuasion that foster those kind of strong and lasting relationships? First, it's empathy. Empathy is that ability to step into someone else's shoes, to comprehend and understand their viewpoint, to acknowledge their emotions in a way that builds a powerful foundation for connection. Research by the Center for Creative Leadership has shown that leaders who demonstrate empathy are perceived as better performers both by their peers and by their direct reports. Related to empathy is a second skill set, and that is mastering the art of active listening. Too often, as listeners, we're simply listening for the purpose of responding rather than for the purpose of understanding. Research has shown that we often remember only about 25 to 50% of what we hear. Now, active listening involves not just hearing words, but also really grasping the underlying emotion and intention behind those words. Active listening involves demonstrating that understanding to the other person so that they feel heard. And in this way, it advances a fundamental human need that frankly all of us have. And that is to be seen, to be understood for who we are and what matters most to us. Studies from the University of Minnesota have found that active listening positively influences relationships, it reduces conflict, and it enhances cooperation. Fostering mutual trust is yet another key persuasion skill. Trust is built through authenticity, reliability, and consistency. Whether in a leadership role or as part of a team, trust forms the bedrock upon which fruitful professional relationships thrive. As I mentioned earlier, I've spent over 2 decades teaching leaders from virtually every industry, both in the United States and around the world, and how to hone their skills to become effective, trusted, persuasive leaders and influencers. Now, I want to give you the opportunity to access the best of what I taught so that you could truly master the art of persuasion and relationship building for professional success. If you want to become the resident expert within your organization on a particular topic or field of expertise, if you want to become a visionary contributor who consistently generates innovative concepts and readily communicates them during meetings, if you want to become an engaged listener who fosters agreement and who brings unity among team members, if you want to become a team member skilled at ensuring everyone feels seen, appreciated, valued, and included within a group, if you want to become a proficient communicator, adept at outlining your vision for your organization's future direction, then I want to invite you to click on the link in the description of this video to get access to my course on the art of persuasion and relationship building for professional success. There, you will learn to develop the effective communication and influence skills, mindset, tools, and techniques to become the optimal employee, manager, mentor, or business owner that you've always wanted to be. Okay, it's not difficult to keep watching. Click, click.